Well, welcome to Monday here at the Intentional Midlife Mom podcast. Monday is an opportunity for a fresh start and a great opportunity here on this podcast specifically to anchor your thoughts, to get inspired, to get encouraged, to get energized for the week ahead, because in reality, you're the only one who can make the week ahead a success or a failure. In everything that happens to you, you always have the choice in how you are going to react, how you are going to respond, and how you are going to move forward. And so every Monday here, we've got a mantra for you, and this mantra is going to help you do exactly that. Get inspired, get energized, get motivated, and give you an empowering thought to refocus on throughout the week when life has a way of creeping in and messing with your plans. And so this is going to be a thought that you will want to come back to. And we share these every single Monday here on this podcast. So let's jump in and see what this mantra is this week.
Well, hey there, I am Jennifer Roskamp, a certified life coach and homeschool mom of 9 who is passionate about helping women just like you embrace the here and now while also being focused on creating the life you actually want. As a midlife mom in her 40s, about to be a mom in my 50s, I've realized that it's so easy to lose yourself in caring for your family, your home, and all the things. Until one day you realize you're not even sure who you are anymore or what you even want in life. So on this podcast, we're going to work on managing yourself well so that you can manage all of the other things and people well too. So let's dive into what it means to manage your home, your time, your family, and yourself well. This is the Intentional Midlife Mom podcast.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I feel like in today's culture, maybe more than any other period in time, and maybe it's because we have the means in which to be kind of exposed to everyone else's business. But in today's culture, it seems like judgment is everywhere. Even if it is not direct judgment that is placed on us, we infer the judgment of others, especially as women. I think as women, we are especially sensitive to feeling like others are judging us. And in reality, a lot of times they're not. It just feels that way to us. We're just interpreting it. And then there is opportunities and there's plenty of experiences where one person is judging another. And again, with today's society and the means in which we have, it's real easy to judge people behind a keyboard, right? It's real easy to judge someone without actually talking to them about it, but just posting something sometimes rashly or harshly online. And so we feel as though we are constantly being affected. Well, no, let me say this again. We feel as though we are constantly being exposed to the judgments of others, and we allow them to affect us. Now, the we allow them is an important piece to lean into just for a second. The coach in me would remind you that just because someone has an opinion, it doesn't mean that you have to accept it, right? It's a matter of accepting it and allowing it to impact you. You always have that choice. And there are plenty of times when people have and make judgments, and we shouldn't allow them to impact us, but we do. Now there's, when you are being kindly talked to by someone, right? When someone you trust is kindly pointing something out to you, they're having a conversation with you, they're asking you to consider something. Of course, we should always be curious about what someone we value and trust is saying to us. We should examine what they're suggesting to us, what they're saying to us, and examine it for truth. How much of this do I need to consider, right? How much of this do I need to take ownership of this? How much of this is true? That is definitely an important step. But there are lots of opportunities where the judgments that we feel or the judgments that are placed on us don't come from someone we value, or they don't come from someone we trust. And in the online space, they come from people we don't even know plenty of times. And so today's mantra really speaks to how to almost put a boundary up between what you feel and what you think and what others say. There needs to be this boundary where, again, boundaries don't keep people out, right? Boundaries really just give you the opportunity to recognize where your space is and where someone else's space is. And when someone approaches you in some way from their space, a boundary says, I'm going to consider what is actually happening here, right? What am I going to allow into my space? What am I going to allow into my thought space? What am I going to allow into my emotional space, right? And so today's mantra really is an effective boundary for you to use when you are feeling as though you are being judged, or maybe you are being judged, or someone is sharing their opinion. So this mantra speaks to the opinions of others. So here it is. Their opinions don't define my path. Their opinions don't define my path. Now, again, the opinion of someone that you know, like, and trust, right? Their opinion is something that you should give consideration to, but it doesn't have to define you. It doesn't have to be your truth. You decide what defines you. You decide what your truth is. But this is such a gray area, and we can so easily be affected by the things that others say in a way that isn't productive and in a way that isn't helpful, and often in situations where there isn't much, if any, truth at all. But someone else's opinion can send us off on this tangent that takes us completely off our path and completely off the path we should be on. So this mantra this week, I challenge you, when you feel as though you are being judged by others, or when people are sharing their thoughts or opinions with you, just start with this mantra. Their opinions don't define my path. You decide what defines your path. So you decide how you're going to react and respond to an opinion or to a judgment that someone else shares. You decide how you're going to receive or accept that, and how it's going to impact you or not. You need to be the gatekeeper of your space, your emotional space, your mental space, your physical space. And this mantra today can help you do that. So their opinions don't define my path. Don't get bogged down by the noise of external judgments. This mantra really empowers you to focus on your own goals, on your own authenticity, on your own journey. And it equips you to allow the opinions of others to be in a holding pattern. What am I going to consider? What am I not? What is truth? What is not? What do I need to accept and allow? And what don't I? So that's what I've got here for you today. As always, it's Monday. Make it an amazing week this week.